Hey everybody, NaMo here. Here's what's going on. It is Friday morning. I should be at work, but I called out because I'm not feeling the best. Last Saturday, stepdaughter Sophia was complaining of a sore throat. Got taken to urgent care, tested negative for flu, strep, and COVID. They told her she had laryngitis, gave her 10 days of antibiotics, and sent her on her way. Yesterday, before school, she was telling us about her chest hurting, and it's kind of hard to catch her breath. She does have asthma, so sometimes that happens. But Tashelle had to go get her around lunchtime because her rescue inhaler was not helping her breathe. So went to urgent care. She tested positive for COVID. They sent her home to do a breathing treatment. They did that. It didn't exactly work. After a short nap, she still really couldn't catch her breath, and her chest kind of hurt, so went to the hospital. They had to give her a shot, and we had to monitor her overnight. This morning, I woke up with a sinus headache and a sore throat, which is kind of how she woke up last Saturday. So I called out of work because work protocol dictates if somebody in your house tests positive for COVID, but you're not showing symptoms, put on a mask, come into work. So when they called me and told me she tested positive, I called my boss, and they told me protocols. I wasn't happy about staying at work, but, kind of had no other choice. So here I am this morning with a sore throat, and I've already taken my mix of ibuprofen, Excedrin, and Sudafed, and ate a big breakfast, hoping that it just all kind of clears up. And then that gives me today and tomorrow to do stuff around the house, which I got a lot of stuff to do. But we'll just see how all of that goes. So that's the update. That's the start of this, to see if this is going to be a short vlog or a long one. Who knows? So it's like almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I did a lot of laying around and watching YouTube all day long. My headache has pretty much gone away. Still a lot of pressure. My throat is no longer sore, but it does feel like it's swollen a little bit. I did take a COVID test. It came out negative, so I'm assuming this is just a sinus issue, like I normally have. But to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and mow. Kind of needs it. I didn't mow last week because it didn't really need it, but now it really needs it, so I need to mow. I'm doing it today instead of tomorrow morning because what if I wake up tomorrow and feel like crap and don't want to get anything done? Then that means the grass goes a whole nother week without being mowed, and it's just going to look worse. So might as well go ahead and do it now. I don't know about weed eating. I may leave that up to, I'm going to decide when I'm done mowing if I'm going to weed eat or not. I definitely have a lot of projects that I want to work on that would be nice to start, real early in the morning without having to mow or worry about mowing. Get those started so that I can work on all of them, hopefully. So yeah, I'm gonna pump up the tires because there's a slow leak in my tire. I still never got that fixed. So I'm gonna pump up the tires, mow, decide after I'm done mowing if I'm gonna weed eat, and then just call it a day, get a little bit more rest, and then hope that I feel better tomorrow. I will be taking another COVID test Sunday night, just to make sure because work protocols, like I said, was if somebody in the house has COVID, but you're not showing symptoms, then you can come to work with a mask on. So if it's negative Sunday night, I'll be at work Monday morning with a mask, ready to just hit the day. So I'll keep you updated. All right, so I finished up mowing. I even weed eated on the other side of the fence because I needed it. I didn't weed eat this because those bags right there are all full of old mulch from work. I brought them here last weekend? Yeah, last Friday. Brought them here last Friday. They've been sitting there for a week because I didn't do anything last weekend. I plan to spread it out tomorrow, just completely cover all that grass down there, try and smother it like I did down there. I'll also be getting some Roundup mixed up to get that little bit down there. There's a little bit of scragglers that just keep coming up. Right now, the only thing I want to do remaining today is all these potted plants are getting pretty bad weeds in them, so I'm going to pull them out. And a few of them, like this Joe Pye weed here, its pots are a little bit too small, so a few of those beard tongues and that Joe Pye weed might put them up. Those are good. Hey, and those coneflowers are actually about to bloom, which is pretty cool. I showed pictures. I don't think I actually showed anything about them. These are new cuttings of roses. Those two were in that group, and they have new growth coming off of them already, so I kind of want to put them up into a bigger pot like these, but I don't know if they're going to have enough roots to do that yet. I might have to wait another month or two before I do that. I don't want to wait too late because then they're all going to go in the shed to overwinter, and I might end up killing them because, you know, they might go dormant before they have enough time to grow roots. These two are doing real good. They're starting to bloom. I actually did have, you can see that cut right there, I actually did have a bloom on that one already. So I've got another one coming up. I thought I saw one. Yep, there's one coming up on this one. These probably need to go up into bigger pots, like those green ones there. So probably gonna come through here, weed the pots, pull some of the bigger weeds. I believe that's another sunflower. I'm leaving it alone. Pull some of the bigger weeds throughout the bed, and then pot up some of these smaller pots into bigger pots. I actually ran out of soil in the compost tumbler, so I wasn't able to get these 4 beard tongue done. But considering they're not anywhere as big as this one was, I think they're fine to stay in these small pots, possibly over winter. I'll double check them when it's about time to start putting them in the shed. But I got the Joe Pye weed potted up. I've got these 2 rose bushes, the purples, put into bigger pots. This little sedum, really I just added more to the bottom to raise it up because it apparently didn't have enough in soil in there to begin with. It was only about halfway full or so, and every time I'd fill it up, it'd lose more soil. So I gave it a little bit extra. But like I said, I ran out of soil in the compost tumbler. I do plan on turning the pile, possibly sifting some of it to add where the bags are, just kind of spread it before I put the mulch down. You know, that way it's adding something to the soil because that is the dead zone. So the first thing would be getting some of that good compost into the tumbler, making some new potting soil, and then using the rest of it down there, and like I said, in the dead zone. spreading that out. So that'll be tomorrow. Right now I need to get a little bit of water in these, just because I've messed with the roots. I don't want them to go root shock overnight. Get a little bit of water in them so that they can, be happy, and then get them where they go. It's not supposed to rain tomorrow, and usually I water all the plants on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays if there hasn't been a significant rainfall anywhere near those days, and it hasn't. It's been over a week since we've had rain, and I watered Tuesday, I water Thursday, and I will be watering tomorrow. So I'm not going to give them much tonight, just enough to, compact the soil around the roots. So I got the mulch, compost, and the mulch to spread tomorrow. I've got more cinder blocks in the back of my car to finish off the little wall in front of the steps. I've got bags of concrete. I would like to try and pour at least half of the pad in front of the steps. We will see how I feel in the morning, and we will see how much I actually get done. But those are the projects that I have on my list at the moment. All right, so here we are down at the compost pile. As you can see, it actually looks pretty decomposed. There's eggshells and corn cobs and pine cones and sticks and stuff that I really don't need in the potting soil. So here I have my bucket and the broken screen. I've learned that this thing, because it fits right over top of this bucket, I can just put a few scoops on it, sift it through, dump back what doesn't need to be, what didn't sift out, and then leave it for decomposing. I only need to almost fill that pot up before I dump it in there, and then I'll fill the same amount of Pro Mix into it, and then do my mixing up of potting soil. After that, I don't really need to sift out too awful much. The big stuff, especially these corn cobs, don't need to be going down by the fence, because the dogs will dig them up. So it's discretion. So I'll be filling up this wheelbarrow excuse me, trying to get as much of the big stuff that needs to stay in the pile, and then dumping it out down there. All right, I did a little bit of a dent on that pile, but I've got this pot now full of compost fines. I did spill a little bit, tried to get as much of that as I could and put it in there. Everything that didn't sift out, I put into the wheelbarrow, because I'm just going to be taking whole pitchforks, throwing them into the wheelbarrow, taking them and dumping them. So now, like I said, I'm going to take this pot, put it in a tumbler, fill it to the same amount with potting soil, and then put it in the tumbler, and figure out how much worm castings and Osmocote that I need to put in there. Just give it a few turns, and I've got potting soil. I'm going to come down here and just start taking this compost pile, spreading it out down my fence. All right, so there's my Pro Mix. Got it filled up to about the same level the compost was at. This is worm castings. Those are my bags right there. I'd only had a little bit left in this bag, so I just finished it off. And this is the Osmocote. Some of the best fertilizer for potted plants. I'm really low on it, but I'm going to get a few scoops of that in there, and then dump it into the mixer, which you can see right there. So I've taken 4 wheelbarrows out of this so far. I'm actually done spreading the compost down by the fence, so all this that's left, I'm going to turn and pile back up here in the middle and just let it continue going. Down here, like I said, starting at that daylily right there, I spread 4 wheelbarrows of compost about 2 inches deep all the way to this red twig dogwood. And then you can see 1, 2, 3 empty bags. I spread about another 2 inches of mulch over top of that just to kind of build up the area, let it have more material to decompose. And then I've got these 6 bags left to try and spread as far as I can out that way. It's a little warm. You can see I'm sweating. I'm getting all the mulch stuck to my arms, which that's typical. Anytime I've spread mulch ever before, it's always been all the way up my arms. This is just, something that happens. But this time is different considering this is reclaimed mulch. It's stuff that I raked off the top of the mulch beds at work. Was going to throw away, put them in trash bags, brought them here to use. Just as the starting basis of these beds. They are full of itty bitty little black ants. They are biting the crap out of my arms. It's like little pins and needles just all over my arms. But like I said, I still got those 6 bags to spread. Still got that 1 bag by the blue shed. I really need to attach that platform under the door and then use whatever I can out of that bag and then bring it over here to use. But I'm going to get these 6 spread, and then I want to start on up there by the steps. And I'm done spreading. Haven't taken a break. I just finished there. So I'm a little bit out of breath, but just think, it all ended right there. And now I've spread 9 bags all the way to this red twig dogwood. And I've only got this little bit left. And that up there. There's still a few beds at work that need to have mulch removed. But I gotta wait for the plants in them now to die. One is a daylily bed, so I gotta wait for that to get to where I can cut them down and then remove the mulch. The other is peonies, so I gotta wait for them to get to where I can cut them down and remove that mulch. But it's planned, it'll happen sometime. Alright, this whole thing was kind of a pain in the butt, but I finally got it attached to the building. Got I can't even remember what those things are called. They're concrete blocks that you put in the ground that you can rest a 4x4 in the middle and 2x4s along the side. Got them set in the ground and got them level. Everything is set and level. I just got to put this dirt back in as backfill and then take this bag and mulch all around this. And then I'm done here. Now, it took that whole bag, but it's done. I'm happy with it. Yeah. I was hoping that there'd be some left over to take back there, but no. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, and on to the next project. I've got all these center blocks. I'm going to finish out this piece here. I'm a little bit too worn out to try and dig all this out and pour the pad today, so that'll probably have to wait. So I've got my construction adhesive. I'm going to put another block right there just to keep, because there's a lot of erosion that comes down through the bed through there, so put another cap there that'll stop it. I'll put these 4 hollow ones in this line, and then the remaining 4 on top of it, and then I should be good. It's a little after noon, so I've been working since I think 8:30, 9 o'clock, 3 hours, and I feel very accomplished. I'll feel even more accomplished when I finish up these blocks. So I'm gonna get back to it, and I will update you as I go. I've finished laying the majority of the bricks. I actually bought one too many of those. I do have one more to lay here, which this one's gonna be the pain in the butt, because what I want to do with it, so I don't want to have, sorry, I'm a little out of breath, it's really hot. I've worked my butt off. I don't want to leave a 90-degree angle sticking out into the yard, because, you know, when I get the sidewalk will be coming up and going on the inside of that retaining wall. So I need like a curve to go to it. So I am going to trace a diagonal from corner to corner, and then use this concrete saw on my drill to score one side, score the other side, and then try and break it and split it. Today has been kicking my butt, and I haven't been working that long. It is now about 1 o'clock. So if I say I started at 9, it's 4 hours of work. I've taken a lot of breaks. I've gone through three bottles of water now, 32 ounces each. I've lost a lot of sweat. My clothes are soaked. I'm worn out. I can't wait to get this one cut, get this one set and laid. Just clean up, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Go get a nice, probably cool shower, not cold. Cool or warm, whichever one suits me best. And then just relax the rest of the day. I know I'm gonna need to take some, Excedrin and ibuprofen. 'Cause I'm already feeling, got a bad headache, my body's sore. Whew. It has been hot and humid. There has been, there's lots of clouds in the sky, but not a single one has jumped in front of the sun. So I'm gonna get this cut so I can enjoy the rest of the day. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't have the tools to cut all the way through these blocks. That little cement or concrete drill or concrete saw, whatever it is, can only cut about a quarter of an inch in. It's about what I did on each side. I've had great success with it before, but I've never tried to do a diagonal cut like that. So, just gonna take this last remaining hollow brick, lay it, and just deal with a 90-degree corner. I don't like it. I'm not happy with it, but it's where we are. So, it doesn't always work out the right way. All right, there it is. Last one's in. Using these hollow bricks with holes facing inward, because the idea is when I pour the pad, the wet cement will seep into those holes, locking everything tighter. There's only two, I put 2 beads, so an extra bead than normal in between these 2 bricks. Just try and hold it. I don't have another brick to put on top, and honestly I don't think it needs one aesthetically, because I kind of humped everything up like towards the bricks, so I don't think it needs one. But that does mean I really need to get this pad poured, so I need to actually get more cement. My brother had a project where they got some cement and poured forms around some 4x4 posts in the ground, and they had extra cement left over, so they gave that to me. I usually get 80-pound bags. These are 50-pound bags, so I'm definitely going to need more because I think there's 8 of them. And for the pad underneath the steps, it took 10 bags of 80-pound, and that still wasn't enough. So I think I gotta go get, I'm gonna say probably 6 to 8 more bags of those, the 50-pound. Just, that way I know I have the same stuff, so I can get all mixed up and poured. I was only gonna do half the pad, let that cure, and then do the other half of the pad. That way, some people aren't stepping into it while it's wet. But where I'm going to be using those large creek rocks, the pile down there by the garage, as stepping stones in the middle, it should be fine. So next week, barring anyone else getting sick in the house, we're supposed to be going to my brother's in Cincinnati for a Labor Day cookout on Saturday. So if I'm going to be doing any cement work, it's going to be Labor Day Monday. So I definitely got to get that pad poured as soon as possible, because I know one of the dogs is just going to happen to step on that, and the construction adhesive is just going to break loose. So I do think I have a solution. I'm really, really bummed out that one brick broke, but I do think I have a solution. So you're going to have to use your imagination, and I'm going to use my magic pointer. But once I get this pad poured, which is going to be right there, we're going to start working on the sidewalk, which is going to be gravel. Put the stones in the middle, gravel around it. So it will come up to right. This will be gravel, this will be grass. So I'm going to have this little 90-degree corner. But since this kind of turns around and then steeply comes and makes this straight line to these bricks, I was thinking maybe I can actually make this bed extend a little bit and then curve it into the sidewalk. That way when I'm mowing, I can come through, make that cut in the grass that I want it to make, and then come through with Roundup, spray all that down so that I can mulch right here. Probably continue this curve of cactus and put one there and one there, and also continue this pattern of Solomon seal and coneflower. I'll probably have to dig that Solomon seal up and move it forward, put another coneflower there and a Solomon seal right there, and I think that'll fix it. So yeah, there's my idea. Keep coming up with new things, new ideas. Just keep giving myself more and more jobs to do. But I don't mind it. I need to do something. Can't just keep. I gotta get out of the sun. It's very, very hot. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I gotta keep myself busy on the weekends. If I just lay around and do nothing gets done. This place is never gonna look any better. It's come a long way. If you've been here with me, you've seen it. It's come a long way. So I'm very proud of the work that I've done. Still really bummed out that brick broke, but I think my solution is actually going to make it look better. So here's hoping. But yeah, if you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, share it with your friends. Join my Discord, talk to me in there. You can get notifications for when I post to YouTube, when I post to Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. My handles are at the end of the video in the outro. And the links for my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Discord are in the description. So anything you can do to support me, I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me so far. I don't think I'm going to end this right now. I need to go water my plants. I still have that pile of rock over there that I need to scoop up into the new buckets that I bought. I might save that for tomorrow. Who knows what I'll be doing Monday and Tuesday, but we'll see. So I'm not ending it here, and I will come back and update you with whatever comes up. It is now Monday. I just got off work, and weather says we're going to get thunderstorms for the next like 24 hours. So I've got a bucket and a shovel. Of course, the rest of my bucket's over there. So I'm going to try and get these rocks up as quickly as I can, as best as I can before it opens up on me. It rained a little bit on the way home, not much, just sprinkles, but you can hear activity like crazy, so I need to get to it. Oh, I got 2 buckets. Can't really tell, but it got a little bit of a dent out of it. You can actually start seeing the ground now. You probably can't tell on the video, but it's raining. You see a little bit of it's not raining hard. You can see a little bit of it on the door. It's not raining that hard, but yeah, there's no break in the clouds that way, so it's just going to get worse. So it's the point in time where I'm not going to get soaked, but if I don't put up my tools now and get in out of the rain, then I will get soaked. So here I am coming out of the rain. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, because it's supposed to rain for another 24 hours. There's no video for tomorrow. I'm not recording anything.